so let's check out this one. So you can tell our posture's a little messed up right here, and it's just because of the irons.
Okay.
The irons, we need a little bit straighter bend.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like a pitching weight it should be for you. You know, it's pretty short.
I'll let you go. Are my hands too close to my body?
I'm just a little bit.
Okay.
I think that has to do with a little bit because it's short of a club. So some of the things that I see I won't quite address because with the pitching wedge or 9-iron, you're going to have them a little bit closer.
Right.
But they are close. That's really close for a 6-iron.
Yep.
But I'm going to address that like it's an 8 or a 9 because it's short. Yeah. So we come back. Our first 3 feet are pretty important with the backswing. We want to try to keep it dead on this plane right here. What we're doing is we're kind of just rolling our wrist over on the first initial takeaway and not really turning our shoulders. You can see they're a little open right here, but we'd like to have them a little bit more open. I'll kind of show you on this side over here. See how our wrist just automatically cocked?
Yeah.
Boom, and then our shoulders. So this would be our triangle from our shoulders. So at this point, I wouldn't want to see that club more than that far until we get to back in here. So it's going to be a start. We're going to start one piece, takeaway. Then I'll show you exactly where to start the hinge part, and then it'll help us not be so much inside right away.
Okay.
So if we were just to do like a small bump and run from this position right here, the club would come from the inside, and this ball would actually tend to go off to the left, just because we're so far to the inside.
Okay.
What we'd have to start doing to hit the ball straight is really flipping the club and using the left hand, and that's where we're going to lose all our accuracy. We're just going to get lucky sometimes, and sometimes we're not, and it's just going to be kind of frustrating. So we'll see exactly. So now the club head, the weight of it's actually pulling away from the plane. It's fighting us, getting back there. Good shoulder turn. I like your lower body's perfect right here. Just really below the plane right here. You had to lift your hands. We got so far underneath. So from this point, pretty much right here, you just lift your hands almost straight up. Okay, to try to find that plane. That's how far under we were, and we're going to take that whole compensation out of the swing.
And what about my back, my left arm?
This is good. This is all good. I'm going to check how straight this elbow is right here on this one, but this is a pretty good position relative how we got there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just
My
really
hands just need to be.
Yeah. So since our hands lifted up this way, now there's only 3 things you can do is just automatically cast and get onto this plane, or you can cast right away and actually come over the plane, or you can just pull straight down, get down in here, and then cast from this point on. We'll kind of see what you do here. Let me get all those. So we actually pull down, let the club come from underneath, and we start casting. And the reason why we know that is because that club's actually going to the outside of the plane. If we were just pulling down naturally from this position, it would come still to the inside, and then we'd have to just do a little flip at the end to hit that ball. Okay, so we know that left hand, trailing hand's pushing because that's why that club's going out there. Okay, so now we're actually pulling across the body, and that club face is going this way. Okay, at impact.
It's going which way?
See how I just drew that line? It's going to the right, your right, coming across the ball, putting all kinds of spin. That's why it's going to, sometimes they might start out straight, but they're going to turn on the steering signal and go left on you. We want to get a little bit more on this plane and just be holding this hinge all the way down, and we don't want to get this club head outside of that plane line. If anything, I would rather have it inside right in here, coming out, okay? If you got any questions, just let me know. So we'll dissect this side.
So the sweeping part, like the flicking of the wrist, am I not doing that in this swing?
Yeah, you're going to be doing it at this point right
Just
here.
that the club's in the wrong position.
Yeah, you're in the wrong position. You're going to be going like this across the body, having to bend your right elbow to shorten up the arc, or else you'd hit the ground every time, and you're going to have to start flipping. We'll see exactly on this side over here. So we get up to here. We're going to work on keeping this a little bit more straighter today. and that club would be 90 degrees. So it's going to feel a little bit shorter to you, but what's happening right here, we're bending that elbow. The first move we're going to have to do is straighten it.
Yep.
As soon as we straighten it, the left hand, your chilling hand, is going to feel that and start actually pushing the club. So we straighten it, and you can see at this point right here, we're losing angle. So right here would be our leading forearm. That club should be still 90 degrees from our leading forearm. So we're getting waist high, losing angle, losing angle. What I mean by losing angle is this. We should still have it back here. So at this point, we've already lost this much energy in our swing, and this is where we're going to start sweeping. So everything's straightening out right about 6 inches in front of the ball. This is when you're going to have to start bending that elbow and really start flipping from this point. Boom, flipping. See how this arm's going like this, and the club's actually going like that. So that means our left hand's really pushing the club at impact. And that's where it's going to be really hard to be accurate.
Yeah.
Anytime we can just use the left hand.
Okay.
So we want.
Yeah, because I've always tried to, because I'm a right-handed person naturally, but somehow if you saw me swing right-handed, you'd think something was wrong with me. So
Really?
So yeah, so I've all like baseball, everything.
Baseball, lefty. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
But I've always tried to think of like flipping my wrist over at impact, my left hand.
Yes.
Should I be thinking more like that?
Right.
Okay.
Nothing to do. We want the left hand on for the right.
Okay.
So the closer we can get to this plane line, it actually happened unconsciously. The left hand will stay silent.
Okay.
You'll see that today.
And I think I hit left-handed just because my right hand seems so strong, and naturally I would want to do that, but I guess I was always thinking that I need to be doing
So we
that.
want to just pull down and to hold this angle, and then the club will naturally release on its own. And there'll be a point where your wrist can't hold it anymore because there's so much inertia that it'll break your wrist and then actually close naturally. Okay. So let's check the next swing out. Let me see where that one went off to the. So that one started out. You kind of pulled that one, so you adjusted too much on that one. Came to the outside and really shut down the face with your trailing hand on that flip. But that's usually your misses over here, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it could be over here. And the reason why this is because we're relying on our trailing hand to make these fine adjustments really fast, and it's going to be really hard to get that down. You're going to have to hit 1,000 balls a day, easily 1,000 balls a day to get this timed out. And we don't have that much time in our life, so.
Oh, I thought you meant once you teach me, I'm gonna have to hit it.
No.
So how's the
how's
the follow through, the stance, and all that? I always feel like I don't turn enough. Like
our hips are cleared good. I would like to see this foot more up on your toe.
Yeah, okay.
This looks pretty good though, right here, from your knees up. We just need to get this more over on top of your toe. Let's see this one. Boom. That's good. We just kind of like lunge up out from right here, and we just stop rotating the hips. We need to go a little bit more, and then you rotate them, and we're still got a little bit of weight back here. I like to get a little bit more weight. I mean, we're up to our finish line, which is parallel with this front foot. This looks all good. Just I'd like to get that more to the first class finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's looking pretty good. So yeah, we're coming inside, lift our hands, get to the outside, and there's the club again. Going to the outside. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Leave the club face open. Boom.
That's what I do.
So we'll see that one over here. The elbow a little bit. Cast, everything straightening out back here. Boom. Club face is open. Now you're having to rely on this hand. Since this is all straightened out back here, that's the fastest the club's going to be going, and from that point it's actually going to be slowing down.
So I should be at this impact.
This should be up here.
Okay.
Everything should be straightening out after
And the reason why it's not is because of the way I'm taking the ball. The club back.
Back from the first 3 feet, and another point would be right here, this elbow. So if we keep that straight, this 90 degrees, holding that angle all the way down, at this point right here, we'd still have 90 degrees right here. And actually, it would actually start to naturally release at this point.
And the club would come through square.
Square, yeah. As long as we have this leading hand, your right hand, square to the target. It will naturally be square. So, all right, so what we're going to work on is really today is really focus on getting you onto this plane and kind of getting them feel comfortable. Work on the first 3 feet. I'm going to do some laser takeaway drills with you over here. Then I'm going to work on just the hinge part and make sure you're setting it perfectly at the top. And then we'll go into step 4, start pulling the club with holding that hinge. Okay?
I also have a question about my grip. So
Yeah.
comfortable for me is, kind of like thumb down the middle and like that.
Yes.
But I'm always told this and this should point to this shoulder, so
Yeah.
more of a strong grip like that.
Yes. That's actually, yeah, that's right. So go ahead and put the club down and boom. Yep. That's exactly how it should be right there.
Okay.
You want it at your
Normally I'm like
trailing.
that, but
Yeah, that's a real weak grip when we get it over the top,
Yeah.
and it's going to be really hard to square it up. So let me go ahead. I'll put this in your club. Kind of show you. All right, so I'll give you a right-handed demonstration. Well, first thing we're going to do is turn the club over, take our address position. We're going to go ahead and turn the shoulders. And we're going to do about 10 or 15 of these, nice and slow, turning our shoulders, okay? We don't want to get back into here, rotating the wrist over. We're going to just keep our wrist nice and square. Everything just one piece, boom, squaring our shoulders. Then once we get comfortable doing that, we're going to go ahead and turn the club over, do that same takeaway. Then we're going to start hinging, then turning the body, keeping that laser dead on the line with our elbow nice and straight, okay? And we're going to turn as far as we can comfortably. Good. So let's just go all the way back to the wall. Good, right about in there. Good.
And before I'm going like this.
Yeah, we're just really rotating the wrist over. See how everything, this is all becoming a triangle right here? Boom. And it's pointing out of the tip of our triangle. That's beautiful. Anytime we take a weight dead inside, it's usually somebody just breaking the wrist right off the bat. Good. Good. Give me 5 more. We'll go ahead and turn it over. Good. Good. So we're going to go ahead and turn the club over. We're not going to worry about these balls right now. We're going to go ahead and address the ball like it's right here in between the white lines. Leave the ball out of there for right now. We go ahead and draw another line. So now when we turn it over, I want you to kind of just think like there's a laser pointing through this side of the hosel. And it's going to be pointing at the tip. So go ahead and come back to my hand. Boom, right there. Then we're going to get our rib hinge. And we're going to pick up a laser on our right side. And then finish turning as far as we can comfortably. Boom, with this elbow nice and straight. Straighten that out. So then we're just going to keep this more flat. Good. So it should be right about in here, this area. Okay? It's going to feel a little short to you, but what we're going to do is be in control of the swing, and you're going to hit it farther, if not the same, if not a lot farther. Okay? Look right here, man. This is beautiful already. So we're right here, waist high. This is 90 degrees. We're holding our angle, and everything should be straightening out. Boom, up by our front foot. Like I said, after the ball, this is the swing we definitely need to be practicing right here. This is good stuff. If I was to show you, for instance,
Tiger Woods and Ben Hogan.
yeah, let me show you. I'll show you Tiger Woods. You want to see Tiger Woods? All right. 2004. Tiger Woods.
Pre-divorce.
Yeah. I'll switch him left-handed for you. Okay, so he comes back. Really just opening the shoulders right here. Then he starts to hinge right about this point. You can see because it's not pointing. So boom, starting the hinge. He gets up to his top position right here, and this is 90 degrees from his forearm. And then he just holds that. Boom, down to waist high. Good. He's holding it. Good job. This is where all the energy's made from. Then boom, we're straightening out. This is pretty close right here. I would like to get our head just a little bit more still because we're kind of lunging a little bit forward, but that's okay. We can learn those in the follow-up lessons, but this is really close compared to what we were doing earlier. This is exactly what we need to be practicing. This is a good job. Now,
he's hitting a shorter iron, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, still with the 6-iron, I'll show you a 6-iron shot with him. It's still going to be that almost exact same swing.
Yeah, I'm just looking at his foot and my foot, and
yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, he's just pushing off a little bit more to the inside, and we'll get you there. It's just a little bit. I want you to torque when we get back here. I want you to feel a lot of weight coming to the inside of this ball of the foot right here, almost like your foot's going to want to spin out. Okay, and that's why the cleats are made for, is to grip the ground so your foot doesn't twist out like that. It's not so you don't just slip in the middle of your. It's really because you're digging in with your foot, and you don't want it to spin out. It's creating the torque in our body. This is looking good though. So let me go ahead. So we'll go back and then hinge up. That's the part I wanted to get used to, is the hinging up part, rather than letting it fall back behind our body. This one we kind of let go to the outside, but we didn't hit the grass on that one, and it was kind of weird because I helped you. Slow motion, you're like, man, get away from me. Let me swing this thing. So good. That's better on our takeaway. And then we started breaking. As soon as you broke them, they went dead to the inside. So once you get used to more hinging straight up.
Wait, say that again? I didn't.
So our takeaway was good, our first 2 feet. But as soon as we started breaking the wrist, you can see our shoulders kind of stop turning right here, and our hands are still going. Then you're breaking your wrists. And what you're doing right there, you're breaking them back rather than up.
Gotcha.
So you're coming around the body, and then you're having to lift your hands. But we're getting our butt into that dead on there. Boom. This one kind of goes to the outside. And that's what I'm trying to break right now.
And that's just because I went too far inside, and then I came around.
Yep. It's because the natural weight of the club wants to go to that side. Boom. Goes to the top, and underneath and to the outside. So it's kind of fighting us right now. We want to kind of balance the weight of the club in one position, and that's going to be on the plane. Okay. We're getting a lot closer up. Still to the inside. Boom. Club's coming to the inside right here, so it's going to come to the outside right here. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more. Give me. That's all that.
Sorry. I need fresh. I didn't get fresh.
All right, so I'm just going to walk through the hinge part with you, okay? So it's right here, boom, and more up this way rather than. So we're going to pick up our laser, boom, come back here, and hinge, pick up our laser. It should be tracking dead on. Just from that position, pull down. Good. Pull. Good. Pull. Pull. Okay, now what I'm going to talk to you about is kind of pulling from the inside. We're kind of getting a little bit to the outside, and it's kind of, we're changing our plane from this way. So we're coming, looping around and coming to the inside. I want you to go ahead and go to the top position, and I'm going to kind of walk you through the pulling motion. Back up, pause right there. We're going to pull down, down that target line, coming from more the inside, closer to our body, coming this way, out this way. Okay, then it's going to naturally whip through. Right now we're kind of getting out here, and then we're whipping this way, coming across the body that way. That's just our old compensation. I want to kind of up and kind of feel like we're coming underneath. So good. So we're going to do that take wave, so nice and slow. So our back, then hinge, pull. Good. Pull. I want you to feel like we're going to hit the ball off to this angle. Okay? I want you to feel like we're going to come that far inside. We're going to push this ball right here off this way. Good. Good. Pull. Good. Pull. Good. Does that feel different?
Good.
That's looking good. Give me two more like that. Pull. Good. Pull. Good. All right, let's check these out. A little bit to the inside right here. This is good though. Boom. Look at that.
That might have been my greatest swing ever.
That's beautiful. That's your new swing. So if we look at right here at this point, this is beautiful. Man, this is.
Does it matter if the club's not?
Nope,
It just needs to be parallel.
Yep, that's exactly what we wanted. So if we're looking at Tiger, left-handed. So he comes back, dead on. Then right when he hinges, it's a little bit underneath. And then main thing is, boom, the top finds it. I don't want ever that club to be to the outside of the plane like it was getting. So if anything in here or on it, anywhere in this position right here. So this looks very, very good. So his hand's a little bowed from the top because he wants to really see at the top right here, his wrist is actually a little bowed this way, shut down, which is opening or closing the club face. That's why it's closed right here, because he's wanting to hit this flag right here, and then he's aiming for right there. So it's really bowing the wrist, really shutting down the face. This is telling us your wrist is nice and flat and straight. That's exactly where your club's going to be. Boom. Really good. These clubs are a little bit shorter right here. Mm-hmm. So that's the only difference we got going on. He's reaching out a little bit more, getting up a little bit too much, but he's getting up. But this looks very, very promising. Hips are almost in the same spot. That's exactly where we need to be.
I'm probably swinging a lot faster than him too, so that's why my foot's up.
No, absolutely. I believe it. I do believe it, man. So, yeah, good job. That's hard to do. So if we look at that, man, that's our swing we need to practice. Let's go ahead and retire the old one.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of give you a mind-eye test real quick. All right, I'm going to put this ball here. I want you to do our takeaway, boom, hinge, and I want you to stop when that laser is going to point right at the ball. Oh, I left the laser on.
I thought that was
Gosh, Josh.
Am I hitting the ball, or?
No, we're just going to go ahead and like this one. So the ball's right here. I want you to go back, hinge, and then boom, stop when you think this is going to point right at the ball before we get to the full backswing. All right. Can't look. So we're back here.
So you want me to come all the
I
way?
want you to be on. No, I want you to stop before you get back to here.
Okay.
I want you to stop and let me turn the laser off, though.
And this needs to be pointing at the ball.
Yep. Good. So this is what it's showing us. We can't always, we can't always trust what we feel, right? As athletes, I mean, we really thought that was pointed towards the ball, correct? So when we get out to the range, man, Josh, I'm hitting a slice right now. I don't know why I'm hitting the slice right now, but man, I'm on the range. Well, are you using the feedback? Are we really practicing? Watch. If you do it with the laser, you can nail that ball every time, first time. I mean, it's not going to lie to us. It tells us the exact path of the club. It shows us exactly where we're swinging it. So this is the way we're going to get, the fastest way we're going to get better is with feedback like this. Instant, immediate feedback. If we don't, we're going to be at the range, searching all over, under and over plane, trying to find that position. Good. So just kind of the old compensations came in that one. Just kind of just thought too much. We're gonna, when we get this ingrained in your muscle memory, you're gonna trust exactly what we've been practicing, and then we're just gonna not even concentrate on the ball because we got our swing ingrained. We're just hitting the ground every time in the same spot, and then the ball's just gonna get in our way. We're just gonna go ahead and do our swing. Boom, the target's gonna be down there, and we're gonna send the ball to the target. A lot of people, the ball's the target. They're just trying to make contact, and they're like, man, oh man. I get all nervous, that ball, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Let me back off for a second because it gets kind of hard sometimes, you know, especially if you're using your trailing hand to golf with. All right, so let me kind of give you a breakdown of what we exactly do.
So yeah, what drills would I need to do to practice what you just showed me right now?
Come in here.
Yeah, besides, I can't come every day. Like when I'm in my backyard hitting wiffle balls.
Yeah. So you need to come in and try to get this ingrained, like.
No, I want to
right?
come back. Yeah.
Okay, so it's definitely that, and then once it gets more comfortable, then it's going to be just wiffle balls, finding out distance, like you said. I'm really being confident in what we've learned here. So what we do is 30-minute one-on-one lessons. We'd like to save those for the progression, for the simple fact that we got unlimited practice before and after the lessons, so you can be jumping in there. Hey, Josh, come over here. I'll draw you a line. We'll get you shaped up for the day. So I'll have you work on 1 or 2 or 3 things that day, and I want you practicing it perfect. So I'll be, in between my lessons, I'll be watching you to make sure you're practicing it absolutely perfect, because I want you to maximize your learning ability in the fastest way, okay? And the way we do that is definitely with this. And I give you instruction of all parts of the game: driver, approach shots, pitching, chipping, and putting. And I have this Tommy Lab, pretty valuable tool right here. It's a laser. We hook it up to your putter. It just breaks down everything: alignment at address, alignment at impact, path at impact, your path rotation. If you're coming inside and just blocking it, shaft angle, impact solidness. You know, pretty important, because this is, if you hit it one over here, one over here, and one over here, you're just going to be losing a lot of distance. You're not going to hit the ball the same. So we want that centeredness of contact. We want speed and impact to be steady. And then we want our tempo to be the same. We want all these to be close to around 2.0. So our backstroke to our fall pretty important. We want to be accelerating through impact. Love this thing. I like to save them towards the end. I like to get more comfortable pulling down, getting that swing really ingrained. And I'm an atom specialist, so we'll go ahead, after we get you all pulling down that plane, I'll go ahead and bend your clubs. They need to be bent, the lie angles, because they're going to be changing a little bit. All right?
You said you're a what specialist?
Your lie angles. So have you ever had your clubs checked on, that way? Okay, so that's going to matter too. So we'll do that. Also, once you get them extended, they're actually going to be they'll probably be 3 degrees upright on the natural because they're being extended. So, and that's good for you.
Okay.
Because I'm 6'2" and I'm 2 degrees upright, and I play 3/4 over, so it's about right. Then I record all my lessons. I'll give you every one of them so you can track them. First one, compare and contrast. First to the 6. Kind of watch the stair stepping going on. These are our 3 major plans. The good thing about all these is the unlimited practice for the year. This is, you're going to get the most bang for the buck. You'll be almost ready for sign for the tour. This one kind of breaks down. It's 24 lessons over the year, 2 lessons a month, and unlimited practice.
Okay.
This kind of breaks down to 1 lesson a month with unlimited practice. How many times do you think you might be able to make it in a month?
Well, based on these prices, once.
Okay.
That's what, about $100 a lesson? Or actually less than that,
less, yeah. It comes out to 60 something for that one, I think. And this one you get the price break on.
And you paid all up front?
Yeah. I could do, if you wanted, since we're working something today, I'll give you this one right here, 24 lessons for this price, if you wanted to do that today.
Well, I have to ask my wife first before I spend that kind of money. But yeah, I'm definitely interested because I want to practice and come back and check it on film to make sure it's still
absolutely
accurate.
You think you can make it in 2 or 3 times a month, though?
Depends.
See, I don't want you to be out beating balls as much. What I want you to do is at least 20 minutes of practice a week, but perfect practice. That's the way we're going to ingrain it the fastest way.
Yeah.
Not searching for it and then come in and then get it right and then go searching for it. I definitely want you to go hit balls at the range, but I want to get like the first month solid, in here, so we can really change that up and we can trust it from that point.
Yeah, like I said, I have to talk to my wife. I want to do it, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you don't encourage me to go and hit balls and do what you just taught me?
No, it's going to be hard, though, because remember we thought the laser was back there. I definitely encourage that, but I really encourage using the feedback. Yeah. It's the only way we're going to be able to change it.
Right.
I mean, the fastest way. Okay. Anyways, you could be out on the range for another year trying and might not get it dead on. So
let me talk to my wife, and then I can talk to you when I come back to grab my clubs, I guess.
You want to try giving her a call real quick right now?
She's going to say no right now.
She's going to say no? All right, is there any set amount you can spend without her? If I was to make...
I mean, yeah, I can spend this without her permission, but I'm not
saying that. But...
No, I want to talk to her and then, go from there. Maybe set something up toward the end of the month, probably.
Okay. So we can get something committed today. Because 9 times, I do a lot of these, man. I'm going to say 9 times out of 10,
I can commit, but I'm not going to pay today.
No, I understand. Okay. So let's get something committed and let's put $100 down on it.
No. Let me talk to my wife.
Okay. All right.
You're good sales, though. You're a good salesman. Let me talk to her, and then we'll go from there. But more than likely, I'll do this one, and I'll probably set it up toward the end of the month.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
All right.
Money will look better then, so.
Okay, not a problem. All right, so I'll just go ahead and give you my card. Okay. Let me save this for you.
Now, on the video you're going to give me today, what's going to be on there?
Everything we've done today.
Okay.
From the start to the finish.
Okay.